Imagine waking up one day and realizing that every single decision, every habit, every relationship, and every belief you've ever held has led you to this exact moment. The life you have right now, your success, your struggles, your happiness, your regrets, is not the result of luck or fate. It is the result of the choices you have made, the mindset you have cultivated, and the people you have surrounded yourself with. Now here's the real question. Are you in control of where your life is headed, or are you simply reacting to the world around you? Most people drift through life letting circumstances dictate their future, making excuses for why they are stuck, and blaming everything but themselves for their situation. But a small percentage of people, those who achieve the highest levels of success, happiness, and fulfillment, understand one simple truth. Life doesn't happen to you, life happens because of you. If you are tired of feeling like a passenger in your own life, if you are ready to take control, break free from limitations, and create a future that excites you, then today is the day you start. Because there are rules to life, rules that, if followed, will lead you to everything you desire. Taking full responsibility for your life is the foundation of all success. It is the realization that everything happening in your life, good or bad, is ultimately up to you. Too many people spend their lives blaming circumstances, other people, or even luck for where they are. But the moment you shift your mindset from blame to ownership, everything changes. You stop waiting for things to happen and start making things happen. You stop looking for excuses and start looking for solutions. This simple yet powerful shift in thinking can transform every area of your life, from your finances to your relationships to your personal growth. Responsibility means accepting that your past decisions have led you to where you are today. Every choice you have made, every habit you have formed, and every action you have taken has created your current reality. This can be a hard truth to accept because it forces you to acknowledge that you are responsible for your failures just as much as your successes. But once you embrace this idea, you gain an incredible sense of freedom. If you are responsible for where you are, that also means you have the power to change it. You are no longer a victim of circumstances, but the architect of your future. Many people believe that external factors control their lives. They blame the economy, their upbringing, their boss, or even their past mistakes for why they are not where they want to be. But here's the truth. While external events may influence your life, they do not determine your future. It is how you respond to those events that matters. Two people can face the same challenge. One sees it as a reason to quit, while the other sees it as an opportunity to grow. The difference is in their mindset, and that mindset is shaped by whether they take responsibility or not. When you take responsibility, you stop waiting for someone to rescue you. You stop hoping that someday things will magically get better. Instead, you take action. If you are not happy with your job, you start building new skills or looking for better opportunities. If your health is not where it should be, you stop blaming genetics and start making better choices. If your relationships are struggling, you stop pointing fingers and start working on improving yourself. The more responsibility you take, the more control you gain over your life. One of the biggest benefits of taking full responsibility is that it eliminates excuses. Excuses are the barriers that keep people stuck. They give you a way to justify inaction and avoid change. But when you take responsibility, you stop making excuses and start making progress. You begin to ask different questions. Instead of saying, "Why does this always happen to me?" you start asking, "What can I do to change this?" Instead of thinking, "I can't because," you start thinking, "How can I?" These simple shifts in language and thinking create a new perspective. One that focuses on solutions instead of limitations. Another important aspect of responsibility is accountability. Holding yourself accountable means measuring your progress, being honest about your actions, and making adjustments when necessary. It is easy to set goals, but without accountability, those goals often fade away. People who take responsibility set clear standards for themselves. They track their progress, reflect on their actions, and make corrections when needed. They do not wait for others to hold them accountable, they do it themselves. This is the key to long-term success. When you take responsibility, you also build resilience. Life is unpredictable, and challenges will come. But instead of feeling helpless, you develop the strength to navigate those challenges. You stop seeing failures as permanent and start viewing them as learning experiences. You become the type of person who can adapt, adjust, and keep moving forward no matter what happens. This resilience gives you an edge because it allows you to keep growing even in difficult times. Another powerful shift happens when you take responsibility for your emotions. Many people let their feelings control them. They react impulsively, get frustrated easily, and allow external events to dictate their mood. But when you take responsibility, you gain emotional intelligence. You recognize that while you may not control what happens, you always control how you respond. Instead of getting angry, you choose patience. Instead of feeling defeated, you choose determination. Instead of dwelling on negativity, you choose gratitude. This emotional control strengthens your relationships, improves your mental health, and keeps you focused on what truly matters. Taking responsibility also means taking charge of your time. Time is the most valuable asset you have, yet many people waste it on distractions, procrastination, and unimportant activities. They let their days slip away without purpose. But those who take full responsibility for their lives understand the power of time management. They prioritize what matters, eliminate time wasters, and stay disciplined in their actions. They do not let external distractions pull them away from their goals because they understand that every moment counts. One of the most empowering aspects of taking responsibility is that it allows you to create the life you truly want. Instead of settling for whatever comes your way, you design your future with intention. You set clear goals, create a plan, and take action daily to make it a reality. You no longer leave your success to chance, you take control and make it happen. This shift in mindset separates those who succeed from those who stay stuck. It is not about talent, luck, or background. It is about responsibility and the willingness to take charge of your own destiny. Mastering the power of discipline is the key to turning dreams into reality. Discipline is not something you are born with. It is something you develop through consistent effort and commitment. It is the ability to do what needs to be done even when you do not feel like doing it. Many people wait for motivation to take action, but motivation is temporary. It comes and goes. Discipline, on the other hand, is reliable. It is the force that keeps you moving forward, even on the days when you feel tired, discouraged, or uninspired. It is what separates those who achieve great things from those who only wish they could. Discipline begins with small choices. It is waking up on time when you want to hit the snooze button. It is choosing to work on your goals instead of wasting time on distractions. It is making the tough decisions that push you forward rather than the easy choices that keep you comfortable. Success is not about making one big leap. It is about making small, consistent efforts every single day. The people who achieve greatness are not necessarily the most talented, the smartest, or the luckiest. They are the ones who have mastered the ability to stay committed to their goals no matter what. One of the most powerful aspects of discipline is that it builds momentum. When you develop the habit of following through on your commitments, each small success gives you confidence and strengthens your ability to take on bigger challenges. It creates a cycle where discipline leads to results, results build confidence, and confidence fuels even greater discipline. But the opposite is also true. If you allow yourself to break promises to yourself, it weakens your ability to stay disciplined. This is why it is crucial to start with small wins. If you set a goal to exercise for 10 minutes a day and you stick to it, you prove to yourself that you can be disciplined. That small win makes it easier to build the habit of discipline in other areas of your life. Many people struggle with discipline because they allow their emotions to control their actions. They only work when they feel inspired, only exercise when they feel energetic, only take action when they feel confident. But discipline is about doing what is necessary regardless of how you feel. There will be days when you are tired, when things are not going your way, when you do not feel like putting in the effort. The key to success is learning to act despite those feelings. If you let emotions dictate your actions, you will always find an excuse to delay what needs to be done. But if you master discipline, you take action whether you feel like it or not. The greatest achievers in history all understood the power of discipline. Athletes train every day even when they do not feel like it. Writers write even when they do not feel inspired. Entrepreneurs build their businesses even when they are exhausted. Discipline is what allows people to push through resistance, overcome obstacles, and achieve their goals. It is not about perfection, it is about consistency. Even when you make mistakes, even when you fall short, discipline means getting back on track and continuing forward. It is about developing the resilience to keep going, no matter what setbacks arise. Discipline is also the foundation of self-control. Many people struggle to resist temptation, whether it is unhealthy food, distractions, procrastination, or bad habits, because they have never trained themselves to say no. But discipline strengthens your ability to make the right choices, even when the wrong choices are easier. Every time you choose to stick to your commitments instead of giving in to temptation, you strengthen your discipline. It is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. And just like a muscle, if you do not use it, it weakens. Another important aspect of discipline is structure. Highly disciplined people do not rely on willpower alone. They create an environment that supports their success. They set routines, plan their days, and eliminate distractions that could pull them off track. They do not leave things to chance. They know that discipline is easier when the right systems are in place. If you have a structured plan, if you know exactly what actions to take each day, if you remove temptations that could slow you down, staying disciplined becomes much easier. A common misconception about discipline is that it makes life harder, but the truth is, discipline makes life easier. A disciplined person does not have to constantly struggle with regret, guilt, or frustration. They do not waste time making decisions they already committed to. They simply follow through. The person who is disciplined with their health does not have to deal with preventable illnesses. The person who is disciplined with their finances does not have to stress about money. The person who is disciplined with their work does not have to worry about missed opportunities. Discipline may seem difficult in the moment, but it always leads to a better future. The reality is that discipline is a choice. Every day you make decisions that either strengthen your discipline or weaken it. When you choose to take action, even when you do not feel like it, you build discipline. When you allow excuses to win, you lose discipline. The good news is that discipline can be developed by anyone, no matter where they are starting from. It is not about being naturally disciplined. It is about making the decision to follow through on your commitments, no matter what. The more you practice discipline, the stronger it becomes, and the more success you will achieve. Choosing your influences wisely is one of the most powerful decisions you will ever make. The people you surround yourself with, the books you read, the content you consume, and the conversations you engage in all shape your mindset, beliefs, and actions. Your environment has a direct impact on your success or failure. If you spend time with people who are negative, unmotivated, or full of excuses, their energy will rub off on you. If you surround yourself with people who are ambitious, disciplined, and constantly growing, their habits and mindset will influence you in a positive way. The quality of your life is largely determined by the quality of your influences. One of the biggest mistakes people make is thinking they can rise above the influence of their surroundings. They believe they can stay focused on their goals while spending time with people who have no direction, no ambition, and no desire for growth. But influence is powerful, and whether you realize it or not, you absorb the mindset and habits of those around you. If the people you spend time with complain, blame others, and make excuses, you will start to adopt that same mentality. If they lack discipline, take shortcuts, and settle for mediocrity, you will start lowering your own standards without even realizing it. On the other hand, if you surround yourself with people who are driven, focused, and constantly improving, you will naturally elevate your own mindset and habits to match theirs. The same principle applies to the information you consume. Every book you read, every video you watch, every podcast you listen to is shaping your thinking in some way. If you constantly fill your mind with negativity, distractions, and meaningless content, it weakens your focus and motivation. But if you are intentional about consuming content that inspires, educates, and challenges you to grow, it strengthens your mindset and helps you stay on the path to success. The brain is like a garden. Whatever you plant in it will grow. If you plant seeds of wisdom, motivation, and knowledge, you will reap the benefits. If you allow weeds of negativity, doubt, and fear to take root, they will choke out your potential. Many people hold on to toxic influences because they fear change. They do not want to distance themselves from certain friends or family members, even if those people are holding them back. They continue engaging in conversations that drain their energy instead of uplift them. They watch and listen to content that reinforces their fears and limitations instead of expanding their possibilities. But if you want to reach your full potential, you must be willing to make difficult choices about who and what you allow into your life. Protecting your mind is just as important as protecting your body. You would not eat poisoned food, so why consume negative influences that poison your thinking? One of the most powerful things you can do is seek out mentors and role models who have achieved the kind of success you want. Whether it is in business, health, relationships, or personal development, learning from those who have already walked the path will accelerate your growth. Their experiences, insights, and wisdom can save you years of struggle and mistakes. Even if you do not have direct access to a mentor, you can learn from them through books, courses, and interviews. The key is to intentionally expose yourself to people who think bigger, act bolder, and demand more from themselves. Because association is everything. You do not have to completely cut ties with negative influences, but you must learn to limit their impact on your mindset. Some people drain your energy while others recharge it. Some conversations leave you feeling inspired while others leave you feeling discouraged. Pay attention to how different people make you feel and adjust your time accordingly. If someone constantly complains, criticizes, or doubts your goals, minimize your interactions with them. If someone challenges you to grow, encourages your ambitions, and supports your success, spend more time with them. Your future is being shaped by these choices every single day. It is also important to evaluate the standards and values of the people you surround yourself with. If you are trying to build a disciplined lifestyle but spend time with people who lack self-control, you will struggle to stay on track. If you are working toward financial success but surround yourself with people who have a poverty mindset, their fears and doubts will influence your thinking. Success is not just about working hard. It is about creating an environment that supports your growth. Winners associate with winners. If you want to reach higher levels of success, surround yourself with people who are already there or on their way. Your self-worth is deeply connected to your influences. If you constantly hear messages of doubt, limitation, and negativity, it will shape how you see yourself and what you believe is possible. But if you are surrounded by messages of possibility, success, and growth, you will start to see yourself in a new light. Your beliefs about yourself will determine your actions, and your actions will determine your results. This is why choosing your influences wisely is one of the most important decisions you will ever make. It is not just about the people around you, it is also about the standards you set for yourself. If you accept mediocrity from others, you will start accepting it from yourself. But if you hold yourself to high standards and surround yourself with people who do the same, you will naturally rise to meet those expectations. Growth happens when you challenge yourself, and the right influences will push you to be better, think bigger, and take bolder action. Be intentional about your influences. Seek out people who inspire you. Consume content that educates and uplifts you. Protect your mind from negativity and distractions. Choose your environment wisely because it is shaping you every day. If you take control of your influences, you take control of your future. Developing a strong mindset is the foundation of success in every area of life. The way you think determines the way you act, and the way you act determines the results you achieve. Everything begins in the mind. If your mindset is weak, you will struggle with discipline, consistency, and resilience. If your mindset is strong, you will push through challenges, stay focused on your goals, and refuse to settle for anything less than what you are capable of achieving. The mind is like a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it becomes. The people who achieve great things are not necessarily more talented or lucky. They have simply mastered the ability to control their thoughts, emotions, and actions. One of the most important aspects of a strong mindset is mental resilience. Life will test you in ways you never expected. Challenges, failures, setbacks, and disappointments are inevitable. The difference between those who succeed and those who give up is their ability to keep moving forward despite adversity. Many people allow obstacles to break them. When they face a challenge, they immediately start doubting themselves, making excuses or looking for a way out. A strong mindset, however, does not allow external circumstances to dictate internal beliefs. No matter what happens, a mentally strong person stays focused, adapts, and continues pushing forward. A weak mindset crumbles under pressure. It looks for shortcuts, avoids discomfort, and gives up when things get tough. A strong mindset, on the other hand, thrives under pressure. It sees obstacles as opportunities to grow, failures as lessons to learn, and discomfort as a necessary part of the journey. Success is not about avoiding hardship, it is about developing the mental toughness to endure it. The most successful people have been knocked down countless times, but they always get back up. They refuse to let temporary setbacks define them. They know that every challenge they overcome makes them stronger, wiser, and more prepared for the future. Another critical element of a strong mindset is self-belief. If you do not believe in yourself, no amount of talent, opportunity, or resources will make a difference. Many people fail before they even start because they convince themselves they are not capable. They allow fear, doubt, and insecurity to hold them back. A strong mindset does not entertain thoughts of failure or self-doubt. It focuses on solutions rather than problems, possibilities rather than limitations. When you truly believe in yourself, you do not need permission from anyone else to chase your goals. You take action with confidence, knowing that success is not a matter of if, but when. Self-discipline is another pillar of a strong mindset. Your ability to control your thoughts and actions determines your results. Many people allow emotions to dictate their behavior. If they feel tired, they skip their workouts. If they feel unmotivated, they procrastinate on their goals. If they feel discouraged, they give up entirely. A strong mindset does not operate based on emotions alone. It operates based on commitment. You do what needs to be done whether you feel like it or not. You stay consistent, disciplined, and focused regardless of how difficult it gets. The power of perspective is also crucial. Your mindset determines how you interpret the events in your life. A weak mindset sees problems as roadblocks, while a strong mindset sees them as stepping stones. A weak mindset complains about circumstances, while a strong mindset looks for solutions. A weak mindset plays the victim, while a strong mindset takes full responsibility. The way you choose to see things will shape your reality. If you believe that challenges are unfair, that life is working against you, and that success is out of reach, you will create a reality that reflects those beliefs. But if you see every challenge as a lesson, every setback as temporary, and every failure as feedback, you will develop the resilience and determination needed to win. Your thoughts create your reality. If you constantly feed your mind with negativity, doubt, and excuses, you will create a life filled with limitations and struggle. But if you train your mind to focus on solutions, possibilities, and growth, you will naturally take actions that lead to success. This is why it is so important to guard your thoughts. Be mindful of what you allow into your mind. Surround yourself with people, content, and experiences that strengthen your mindset rather than weaken it. Fear is one of the biggest enemies of a strong mindset. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of uncertainty. These emotions stop more people from achieving success than anything else. The only way to overcome fear is to face it. The more you challenge your fears, the less power they have over you. Mentally strong people do not let fear stop them. They acknowledge it, push through it, and take action despite it. Every time you step outside of your comfort zone, you strengthen your mindset. Every time you take action despite fear, you prove to yourself that you are stronger than your doubts. A strong mindset is also built through daily habits. The way you start your day, the way you handle challenges, and the way you respond to setbacks all contribute to your mental strength. If you feed your mind with positive information, set clear goals, and take intentional action every day, you will naturally develop the mindset of a winner. But if you allow distractions, negativity, and excuses to dominate your thoughts, you will struggle to stay focused and motivated. Mental strength is not something you are born with, it is something you build through practice. The difference between success and failure is often not talent, intelligence, or luck, it is mindset. A strong mindset allows you to keep going when others quit. It helps you stay focused when others get distracted. It gives you the confidence to take action even when the odds seem stacked against you. The greatest achievers in history all had one thing in common: an unshakable belief in their ability to succeed no matter what obstacles stood in their way. If you want to achieve greatness, start by strengthening your mindset. Train your mind to be resilient, disciplined, and fearless, and success will follow. Taking full responsibility for your life is one of the most powerful decisions you can make. It means accepting that your choices, actions, and mindset are the primary factors shaping your future. It means refusing to blame others, circumstances, or external forces for where you are in life. Many people spend years making excuses, pointing fingers, and waiting for someone or something to change before they take action. But the truth is, as long as you give away responsibility, you also give away control. When you take ownership of your life, you take control of your future. And that is when real transformation begins. One of the hardest things for people to accept is that their current situation is largely the result of their past decisions. It is much easier to blame the economy, the government, bad luck, or other people for problems and struggles. But the moment you stop blaming external factors and start looking inward, you gain power. If you acknowledge that your financial situation is the result of your spending and earning habits, you can start making better financial decisions. If you accept that your health is a reflection of your daily habits, you can start making choices that improve your well-being. If you understand that your relationships are a product of your actions and communication, you can start taking steps to improve them. Ownership leads to solutions, while blame leads to stagnation. One of the most damaging habits people develop is a victim mentality. This mindset convinces them that life is happening to them, that they are powerless against circumstances, and that success is only available to the lucky or privileged. The problem with this mentality is that it strips people of their personal power. When you believe you are a victim, you stop looking for ways to improve your situation. You wait for someone else to come and save you. You hope for better conditions instead of creating them. But history is full of examples of people who started with nothing, faced extreme adversity, and still built extraordinary lives. The difference was their mindset. They refused to see themselves as victims and instead took full ownership of their lives. Taking responsibility also means letting go of excuses. Excuses are comforting because they remove accountability. It is easy to say you cannot succeed because of your past, your environment, or your lack of resources. But as long as you believe those excuses, you remain stuck. The most successful people are not the ones who had perfect conditions. They are the ones who took action despite obstacles. They looked at the same challenges that made others quit and found ways to move forward. They did not let lack of money, lack of education, or lack of connection stop them. They took ownership of their future and did whatever it took to succeed. Another key aspect of responsibility is emotional control. Many people allow their emotions to dictate their actions. If they feel discouraged, they stop trying. If they feel frustrated, they lash out. If they feel afraid, they retreat. But when you take responsibility, you recognize that emotions are temporary and they do not have to control your decisions. You may feel tired, but you can still show up and do the work. You may feel afraid, but you can still take action. You may feel frustrated, but you can still respond with discipline instead of anger. Emotional responsibility means acknowledging your feelings, but not letting them dictate your life. Success and happiness are directly linked to how much responsibility you take. People who blame others for their failures rarely find fulfillment because they never address the real cause of their problems. They wait for things to change instead of changing themselves. On the other hand, people who take full responsibility create the lives they want. They do not waste time complaining about the economy. They find ways to earn more. They do not blame others for their relationship problems. They work on themselves and improve their communication. They do not wait for motivation to appear. They take action and create momentum. Personal responsibility also affects the way you handle challenges. When faced with difficulties, people with a weak mindset look for someone to blame. They focus on the unfairness of the situation and dwell on what went wrong. People with a strong mindset, however, immediately look for solutions. They ask themselves what they can do to fix the problem, learn from it, or use it to grow. This shift in focus makes all the difference. The reality is challenges are inevitable. You cannot control everything that happens to you, but you can always control how you respond. When you take responsibility, you stop focusing on what you cannot change and start focusing on what you can. One of the most empowering truths is that your future is in your hands. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand you success, happiness, or fulfillment. If you want a better life, it is up to you to build it. This realization can be uncomfortable at first, but it is also incredibly freeing. Because if you are responsible for your struggles, then you are also responsible for your victories. If your choices created your current reality, then better choices can create a better future. Taking responsibility does not mean blaming yourself for everything that goes wrong. It simply means acknowledging that you always have the power to improve, grow, and take action. It means recognizing that while you cannot control every event in life, you can always control your response. It means accepting that success is not about waiting for the perfect conditions, but about making the best of whatever conditions you have. The moment you stop waiting for change and start becoming the change, everything shifts. You no longer feel powerless because you understand that your future is shaped by your actions today. Surrounding yourself with the right people is one of the most important factors in shaping your future. The people you spend the most time with have a direct impact on your mindset, habits, and success. If you surround yourself with negative, unmotivated, and toxic individuals, their energy will slowly pull you down. On the other hand, if you choose to be around driven, positive, and growth-oriented people, they will challenge you to become better. It is not just about who you associate with, it is about who you allow to influence your thoughts and actions. Human beings are social creatures, and we naturally absorb the beliefs, habits, and attitudes of those around us. If you spend time with people who complain about life, blame others for their failures, and make excuses for why they are stuck, you will begin to adopt that mindset. You may not even realize it, but their negativity will start to shape your thinking. You might find yourself doubting your abilities, hesitating to take risks, or feeling discouraged before you even start. But if you surround yourself with people who are ambitious, hardworking, and solution-focused, their mindset will influence you in a positive way. You will begin to think bigger, push yourself harder, and expect more from life. One of the biggest mistakes people make is holding on to relationships that no longer serve them. Just because someone has been in your life for a long time does not mean they deserve a place in your future. Many people stay in toxic friendships or unproductive social circles because they are afraid of being alone. But the truth is, being alone for a while is better than being surrounded by people who hold you back. If the people around you are not encouraging your growth, supporting your dreams, or pushing you to be better, then they are limiting your potential. You must have the courage to distance yourself from those who drain your energy and instead seek out those who inspire you. Your environment plays a significant role in shaping your habits. If your friends spend their free time watching television, gossiping, or wasting time on social media, you are likely to do the same. But if your friends are constantly reading, learning, setting goals, and improving themselves, you will naturally adopt those habits as well. Success is not just about what you do, it is about what you are exposed to on a daily basis. The people around you either reinforce your good habits or encourage your bad ones. If you want to elevate your life, you must elevate your environment. One of the best ways to improve your circle is to seek out mentors. A mentor does not have to be someone you know personally. It can be an author, speaker, or entrepreneur whose work inspires you. If you spend time reading their books, listening to their speeches, and applying their wisdom, they become a part of your mental circle. In today's world, you have unlimited access to the thoughts and strategies of the most successful people on the planet. You do not have to settle for the mindset of those immediately around you. You can choose to fill your mind with the wisdom of those who have already achieved what you aspire to. Networking with high-value individuals is another game changer. If you want to grow in any area of life, start surrounding yourself with people who are already succeeding in that field. If you want to be financially successful, spend time with people who are good with money. If you want to be fit and healthy, build friendships with people who prioritize health. If you want to be more disciplined, associate with people who live with strong discipline. You will naturally rise to the level of those around you. Success is contagious, but so is failure. The key is to be intentional about which one you expose yourself to. Many people resist changing their social circle because they fear judgment. They worry about what their old friends will think if they start reading more, working harder, or setting higher standards. But the reality is, the people who truly care about you will support your growth. And those who criticize you for improving are simply revealing their own insecurities. Do not let the fear of judgment keep you from reaching your full potential.